How is everybody doing today? Welcome back for another episode of Dragon Age Veilguard. Yesterday, I was kind of iffy on this was going to be a game for me or not. And I gotta say, I kind of been itching for it. All night last night at work, I was thinking about it. There was things that I was going over in my mind. I'm like, man, I don't know. Did I pick the right class? Was the background right? I ended up making a little bit of a change overnight. Actually, it was about an hour before stream here. It took me about an hour to get us caught back up to where we were, but I actually ended up changing over to a human because I like humans. Humans are awesome. Listen, I know a lot of us feel a lot differently about humans. A lot of us hate humans, but overall, I think I wanted to just be a human. So I ended up rerunning the beginning of the game really quickly before stream. Ended up finding a few extra pieces of gold that we had missed. I got everything caught back up. We're literally standing in the exact same spot, but with a little bit of a different character, no longer a dwarf. And I figured, we'd pick up from there. So I actually went as a human, still a rogue, but I did change the background. I changed the background to the one that gives you increased crit damage and weak spot damage. I went with that one, a little bit different. The one that we had went for was more for the story of our character. When we had started out as a dwarf, we went as essentially a delver, a treasure hunter. I went with the veil jumpers. The veil jumpers actually give you increased critical and weak spot damage, so I went with that. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be picking up with that save today, rather than our save that we did yesterday. So a little bit of a change. I had thought about maybe trying to do essentially 3 separate playthroughs at the same time with all 3 of the different characters, and then every day after stream or at night when I got home from work or in before stream, I would try and essentially get those other characters caught up so that we could see the game from a different perspective. So maybe one day we play as rogue, one day as mage, one day as like the tank or the warrior. And I decided that that's just a lot of fucking work, man. That's a lot of work. That's a lot going on. That's a lot of ketchup every single day. Not that good kind of ketchup. Not the ketchup you put on hot dogs. The ketchup where you spend mindless hours literally trying to remember everything that you said in the stream. And I feel like I would end up screwing it up. I would end up screwing it up. So I want all of our choices to be the same, but I would love to be able to switch back and forth between different characters and try that out, but and sort of to demonstrate what each of the different classes have to offer. But yeah, I was like that's too much work. But after the careful deliberation, I was like, you know what, no, I think I want to go as a human. So I made somebody a little bit more like me. I tried to go listen, it's not exactly like me, doesn't look exactly like me, but it's close. I will say it's not too shabby, and it's a totally different take on our Rook. So hopefully you guys are ready for this one today. I'm geeked. I can't wait to actually get in the game and get started. Goobs says people hating humans are alienated. What Goobs? Gunnisher, by the way, what is up? How are you today? It's good to see you, my friend. How are you on this fine Friday? It's Friday! You did it! You all made it to Friday on the first try too. You guys are better at this than I am. I still got a couple of more days of work. It's pretty cool though. I'm kind of excited because my nephew actually started a job. I got him, he got him a job where I work. So I actually work with my nephew now, which I absolutely love. You guys know, anybody who knows, has been around me long enough, knows that I absolutely adore my niece and nephew to the fucking moon and back. I love them kids. And yeah, my nephew actually got a job with me, so that's pretty badass. I'm pretty excited about that. So I get to see him every day, which is yeah, the best of the best of the best. Also, in other news, our Indian summer is now over in Michigan. In other news, here in Michigan, Indian summer no longer is a thing. It's now 47 degrees and fucking cold, hence the reason I got the sweatshirt on today. I woke up freezing my ass off today, I ain't gonna lie. No heat or nothing on, so yeah. Yesterday, I want to say it was like mid-afternoon, it was like 75 degrees. By the time we were done with stream, and before I started stream, it was like around 75. By the time I had ended stream, it was already down into, I believe it was like 61. And by the time I left for work at 10, it was already down into the 50s, and there was like 25 or 30 mile an hour winds. So, man, oh man, it was the walk home last night from work, which I not more than 2 minutes away from work, but it was a windy one. It was a windy. I pretty much got blown home. Not in the good way either. I mean, not the way you want to get blown home. So, yeah, weather is a little bit crappy right now, which sucks. But the good news is the wind was coming out of the west, which is the perfect direction for it to take all of the leaves that have fallen off to the tree, pile them right up against the fence, and now I can just take the lawnmower and go hungry, hungry hippo along the fence and pick up all the leaves tomorrow. So it's going to be a good day. Or actually, Sunday is when I'll pick up the leaves, not tomorrow. Man, I really wish today was Saturday now. Damn it. Big Wheels, what is up? How are you? It's good to see you. Says, I'm in Indiana. Wait, I'm from Indiana. Yesterday afternoon, I had shorts on. Today, I have sweats and a sweatshirt. I know, isn't it freaking crazy? It's the Indian summer, man. We only get it for you guys that don't know, that are from the southern states or from somewhere else. We have something in the Midwest called Indian summer. And that's where normally you might not have, you might have like the weather, like it starts to cool off, like fall is here. The leaves start to change color. You start getting frost at night. So it'll be cold enough for there to be frost at night. And then all of a sudden, in the middle or the end of October, bam, it's 75 or 80 degrees for like a week or maybe 3 or 4 days. And you know it. You already, you feel it in the air. It's something you can smell, like the dead leaves, which seems like it would be a horrible smell, but like dried dead leaves have their own smell. It's fall. It smells like fall. That's what we would say. And then all of a sudden it's super nice, but you know it's only going to last for maybe a week at the most. And then bam, it's going to get cold. And that's exactly what happened. So yeah, 47 right now here in Michigan. The sun is out. It's not like it's not sunny, but it's not warm either though. I do think we're going to jump right into it right now because I am kind of excited to see where this game goes. And I want to introduce you guys to the new rocket. Doop. I'm firing the game up right now for you. This game seems to really mash the computer. See what I mean? When I start this game up, I don't know what the fuck happens. I'm guessing de novo. I don't know if this game has de novo, but it's rough. We're just dropping frames like crazy right now until this shader compilation is done. There it is. It's all done. Everything's gravy again. Kill that music. Hey, there's mommy. It's a thing. Also, I need to give a quick little wipe down of the monitor. I see some spots on the monitor. I swear I haven't been spitting on the monitor. I swear it. I definitely don't have hard S's. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Clean your monitors, everybody. Clean it up. Clean it up. Mop that shit up. All right, here we go. Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's switch to full screen now because it takes a second for it to kick in. There we go. Holla at you, boy. Load. So I may have tried a different. So this is our original, our dwarf. I had done a mage real quick last night, and that's Pythagoras, and this is when I was debating. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll create a mage and a warrior, and I'll try to get all three of them. Then I woke up this morning, and I was like, you know what? I just want to be me. I gotta be me. Sweet, wonderful me. So that's it. This is us picking up new character exactly where we had left off yesterday. But this is the new look Rockitsauce right here. There you go. How does he look? I feel like I wanted him to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little more grizzled, but it's very hard to make a grizzled character in this game. Everything is very smooth. is the only way I can explain it. You're very smooth. Bearded? He is bearded. I couldn't get a beard like mine, so I went with a beard like his, okay? It's still got a beard, and he's bald, all right? But we are still a rogue. Everything else is exactly the same, with the exception of our background. We are actually a veil jumper now, because I like the sounds of, if we're going to be using the old bow, I was going to pull out the bow and use it right there, but I didn't. If we were going to use the bow, I want to be, you know, all about hitting those precise shots. Also, another thing that I changed is the difficulty. That is another thing. Gameplay, we are on underdog difficulty. There you go. So we're a little bit harder. I thought the game seemed a little bit easy. He looks like my old director, like my old director. Does he? He doesn't look a lot like me, I'm not gonna lie, but this is the best I could do in the time allotted. Legacy, welcome in. How are you today? It's good to see you. What up, though? Happy Friday. One thing I did figure out as well, all the statues outside. Remember the damn statues that we had to get to face each other? Well, I ended up, I don't know if you guys remember from yesterday's stream, but when we did the last one, a little green sort of orby, I don't know, it looked like a spore. It's the only way I can explain it. You'd know if you've seen one. It looked like a spore and it was floating through the air. Well, it turns out that it actually leads you back in here and goes to this stupid door over here, and it opened up the door. So this is the door from the three statues. This is the door from the three statues. The two Utes. The two Utes. Taka, how are you? Says, playing Dragon Age the Veilguard? Well, this is disappointing. Why is it disappointing, Taka? Why is it that me playing a game disappoints you? All right, so collect. L? Memories of the Duat? Duat is, wait, that's from Assassin's Creed Origin, isn't it? The Duat. No. The sheet music left by this instrument appears to be for a duet. It has been annotated by an expert hand. The annotations are accompanied by clear emotional expressions, diligent practice with a ruthless eye to mistakes, and relief of private achievement. Away from well-meant misunderstanding and mindless worship, and unspoken joy in the center of rising perfect echoes. Finally, a beloved memory surfaces, a smiling glance, meeting at a crescendo, a shared moment of understanding, seeing completely and being wholly seen. The impressions fade. Nice. That's so nice. That's nice. I also haven't done my skills yet either. Legacy says, good man, eating Chipotle on lunch, watching this to see if it's worth. I feel like it's going to be very divisive. You're either going to like it or you're not. A lot of times, you know, like the look of a game can turn people off as well. And this is, it is a little bit more cartoony than I would have liked to have seen. As you can tell, I mean, like your character isn't, like, I don't know, it's smooth. It's, like kind of like clay, but it's also a very beautiful game in its own way too. The combat is what actually intrigues me. We haven't got a ton of the combat in, but I feel like with this skill tree right here, which we might as well start doing stuff in, I feel like there's a lot of options in here. So this also intrigues me. It's very, I don't know. I've had an itch to play it since we started yesterday, Legacy. All right, so Rogue, these are the core skills for the Rogue. I think we're gonna go with this one first. That's what we took yesterday, right? Exploding arrow. Simultaneously perform a light ranged attack, attaches a sticky arrow to the target in range. The arrow explodes after a short delay. So that is right click plus left click at the same time. We're going to double click the shit out of this one so hard. Acquired. And then I think this was the other one that we took right here, right? Essentially what we're trying to do is, I think Veil Ranger is the way I'm going to go. This seems to be the one for like the ranged, like the ranged combat. I'm thinking like critically hitting shit in the head with an arrow, man. That's I'm feeling that. But this could be a big help. Use 35% or lose 35% less momentum when you take damage. So essentially we have to do attacks without getting hit. We build up momentum. The momentum allows us to use this skill right here, which is the static strike skill. So another ranged attack as well. I'm hoping that we get like a snipe skill at some point, but we are going to get this one right here as well. But we essentially have to go down one of these sides in order to make our way down. Oh, it looks like that might be our... Nope, that's lightning quiver. Ooh. Ooh. That one looked kind of cool. It is kind of a flashy combat, too. Gubin says, well, dragons are not real, so cartoonish world makes sense. No, it doesn't. Was Skyrim cartoony? Maybe a little bit. All right. Not really, but... It's like Pixar. A Pixar kind of... It's the art direction. That's what I'm trying to... yeah. Hurricane of Blades. That looks pretty dope. That's pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. Necrotic. So that actually has necrotic damage to it. The cool thing is you can refund your points at any time. That's that air attack, right? All right. So you know what? I feel like if we're going to be going bow, we want that right there. So in order to get to that, we're going to have to take this. And this is good anyways for not losing as much momentum when we do get hit. All right. So then we'll take Reign of Decay. That is a type area control. Damage 330 also does necrotic damage. Rain Death from Above. Damage is inflicted each second to all enemies caught in the area of this attack. So now, is that an active skill then, right? So if I come out here and I hit tab, you can't hit tab in a... weird. Open. We did get Flawless Crystal. 471 gold? We're rich. I'm rich, bitch. Looks like some other kind of new door there that doesn't open. I think that's it in here, though. All right, so that's essentially the one spot that we did not explore yesterday. Now we're good to go. It actually looks like this is the way you should climb every stairway, by the way. It looks like from the back of this door, see that? That matches the other door. That signifies to me that that's actually the back of a door. We're not going to be entering from that way. Was Game of Thrones cartoony? I stand corrected. Exactly. You corrected yourself, though, so, I mean... good on you. Good on ya. Good on ya. Anya. I'm Anya. All right, so we're supposed to gather the team and move back through the alluvion. Let's see where this goes. I'll try and remove my camera if my face is in the way of anything too as well. Try and stay on task.
For all we know,
like
there's
now.
a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that alluvion.
Good!
If it even takes us back to Arlathan.
Nev, you sure you're up for this?
Don't worry about me.
But I love you. We're gonna make beautiful babies together.
Shall we?
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's go. Flashbang, by the way. Get me out of here.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Okay. And it's on. What the shit is that?
Cut it down.
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it!
It's a dwarven centurion. It said, roar.
Strife. Irulan.
What are you doing back in Arlathan?
A long story.
Isn't it always with you?
Uh-oh.
And did I hear you're going by Rook now?
Nev, this is Strife and Irulan. They're veil jumpers like me. Experts in elven magic. I worked with them before Harding and Varric recruited me.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down.
We've worked with them
I'm
before
sorry, Tarith.
because our background.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Solus's ritual, isn't it? Thought you were supposed to stop him. Or did unforeseen complications lead to unforeseen consequences? Again.
Again. All right. Okay. Still mad about that whole thing, huh? Still mad about the map. I don't know what that is. That's got to have, I mean, that's based on our past, right? We tried. We did, sort of, or don't blame us. So this is like the agreeable one. This is the combative one. This is the funny way of going. And it looks like this is combative as well. Actually, no, I guess this is like straight to the point, move it along. This would be combative. Let's be combative because I gotta be me. Let's go.
Will you let it go? Yes, the map was destroyed, but everyone walked out of there alive.
I told you to wait.
If I'd waited for you to make a copy, people would have died.
So you ran off on your own, and now we've lost the only way of navigating back to that site. We lost the work put into it, everything we uncovered, and everything we hadn't.
Solus's ritual. You stopped it?
Sky's not ripping itself apart anymore, is it?
All right, you stopped Solus. So why is Arleth neck deep in wild magic?
Solus was dragged into the Fade when we interrupted his ritual, but something else got out.
Someone else, supposedly. Elganon and Gillenane.
Mithalanast. Two of the elven gods of old. The Evanuris.
Shit. If they're back in the world, that explains a lot.
All right. What about the gods? Oh, great. The gods are real. So what's next? Oh, great. The gods are real. I'm definitely going with this.
I was really hoping that the Dreadwolf was lying to us about all of this.
He's the god of lies. But some things are sacrosanct, even to him. He might be a bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evanuris.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
Of all the ancient things to unearth, of course it had to be two of the Evanuris, and of course it had to be you that unearthed them.
Tarith is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. You get your friend back to your camp and... we'll find Belara.
Nev, you're still injured. This is my boo, all right? All right, this is mommy. We will eventually get together. We're going to make several children. Beautiful, beautiful children. They're going to look like a mix between that guy and her, and it's going to be amazing. Nev, help the veil jumpers. Nev, you're still injured. I show concern. Do I show concern? It almost seems like she doesn't want us to show concern, right? Like she's strong. She's fine. Nev, help the veil jumpers. Nev, stay here. Let's go with this one for right now.
Nev, you're injured. Stay here with the veil jumpers.
It's a headache. I'll be fine.
I know you want to help, but we don't know what we'll face out there, and you're in no condition to fight.
All right. Just watch your backs.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper Camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west.
Belara.
At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. She talks with her bottom lip. It's weird. Knock it off. Alathon Forest Elven Runes. That is a beautiful Elven rune if I've ever seen one. Look at the beauty in it.
Never been to this part of Arlathan before. This fog's strange.
It all feels a little off. Like everything shifted a little bit.
A little off. Not everything's a little off. I feel like, oh boy. I feel like my sensitivity is really high right now. What the hell? Sensitivity feels really, okay, let's dial that back to a 4, I guess. Or as close as we can get to 4 as possible. Okay, that's better.
Is that suit of armor moving?
So red, you have to dodge. Yellow, you can block, right?
Nice, Rook.
Nice. Oh shit. New companion?
Gotcha. Oh, people.
Oh no. Another new mate.
Bellara? Bellara Luther. Strife and Irulan sent us to find you.
Wait, didn't you used to be a veil jumper? You left with Varric. What was your name?
Rook. At least that's the nickname Varric gave me.
Lace Harding.
Protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. The elven gods Elganan and Gillenane have escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And it seems like they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse.
That's not good.
Okay, wait. I need a second.
Okay, understandable. It won't help. Definitely won't help.
I've had a couple of days, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous.
Really?
Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Can you bring it down? That sounds bad. We'll force our way out. Yeah. Listen, we're somewhere between funny and very aggressive. All right, we gotta skirt the line.
We don't have time for this. Let's just force our way out.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I don't know what contacting that much raw magic would do to you. But there's another way. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I really, really hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Let's get going. I don't know. I like the new guy. I like the new guy. He ain't too shabby. I'm into it. Level 2 for Bellara. She's joined the party. How do we can actually go in and change them too? They're leveling up as well. Where's our companions stuff at? So I doesn't do anything, which I would anticipate I would do something. This is K for skills, but that doesn't do anything either. There's a library, there's a map, and maybe we haven't gotten to that yet. That's my guess. Kind gentleman, what is up, dude? How are you? It's good to see you. Happy Friday, my dude. You made it. He says, hey, Rocket. Also, hello, everyone. So, about that Halloween party from yesterday. Long story short, almost everyone but me and a couple other guys were fully drunk. A girl fell down the stairs, and a guy was on fire, and my friend had to punch him to put the fire out. I don't feel like that's wait, what? You covered him with a blanket and punched him 3 times, and the fire went out. It was the blanket, not the punches that did it, FYI. Had to get an ambulance. Also, a girl asked me for my Instagram and was very touchy. Oh, my guy. So I feel like I'm being stone cold sober the entire time. Made it so much worse. Made it so much better is what you meant to say. So much better. Just the guy was on fire, so we threw a blanket over him and kicked him until he was unconscious. The fire went out. It's not what put the fire out. The kicks didn't do it. Oh, man. Well, congratulations on staying sober through it. I'm glad that you had such a good time. There was no shortage of action, right? More action movie. That dude's on fire. Just run through the frame. Yeah. We didn't have time for a blanket, so we just kicked him till he was unconscious. You didn't have a coat or something? Fucking take your shirt off? I had a bellows. We really got him going. There was a pizza carton on the stove, and the guy's ass turned it on. Oh, no. I see. Yeah, and then it set that on fire, and then, yeah. It's an expensive t-shirt. It was an expensive shirt, Rocket. You just don't take that off. Maybe if you had taken it off, the touchy-feely girl would have been even more touchy-feely. You ever think of that? That's funny. Congratulations too on the interest, the possible interest, the possible love interest. We're not the only ones getting laid today, boys.
Someone made camp all the way out here?
There are veil jumper camps all over Arlathan. It's a big forest, and you never know where the magic will start going wild.
What's going on there? What's that? What's that reflection?